Hello? Hello? Um, Booby call me? Yeah, okay. I'm with my computer. Are you live? See it. I'm live now. I'm dropping the link now. Is it ain't Girl? No, get your big ass up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna rub it in it. Yeah. And get okay. So I can log. Okay. Good food. Are you still here? Our sister's trying to get in. Let me plug up this phone before I even get started. Y'all had a long day today. Productive but long. Just as long as it was productive, I'm good. Y'all, we gotta have conversations over here. Like I told y'all yesterday, I was going to be bringing my sister over here. Why is that? Oh, a sister over here to have a panel conversation for anybody. She's going to be on the panel. Anybody else want to come on the panel? That's fine. Or if you want to just drop in the chat what your thoughts are, that is fine. And we're going to be talking about this deportation and the federal freeze and the DEI. That's the conversation. So y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. Let me come on over here to this live. So I'll be able to see the chat when the people start coming in. Let me see. Can y'all hit the like? Oh, y'all pretty much been hit the like button. There's 4 people watching and 3 likes. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So I'm just waiting for my sister to come up so that we can get started. Hopefully more people come drop by. If not, if y'all catch the replay, I appreciate it. Hi, Father Fred. How you doing? How are you? How have you been? How has y'all day been? Father Fred, how was your day? Good food, how was your day? Let me see. Great. For 68, Father Fred, you're 68? Okay. You said great for 68. Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right. I hope I make it to 68. I hope I make it to 58. I'll be praying for every day. Hey, Sarat. Father Fred said, no, you think, Father Fred, why would you be tricking me like that? And you know we're on the internet and I got to go by whatever you say. Go trick me talking about. So was that just supposed to rhyme like great for 68? Great 8 like that? Was that what that was for? Anybody who's in the chat, y'all make sure y'all are checking out these silent lives, or if you don't feel like letting nothing run, if you could just um check out one of my lives where I was on and let that run and listen to it if you haven't already. Let me share this with my sister. She said she'll see the live. Hold on 1 second. Copy the link. Yeah, I just shared it, Sarep. I just shared it. About 3 minutes ago. So we will see. Let me see what Father Fred said. Hold on. Let me get back in the chat. Let me see. Father Fred said, hey, K-pop. Oh, that's what it was supposed to be. Great for 68. Okay, okay. Whenever I turn 58, I gotta be like, I'm great for 58. I gotta make sure I say that. I gotta remember that for those 8 years. Then when I'm 68, then 78, then 88, then 98, and then lastly, probably like 108. I'm gonna pray on that. I'm gonna pray on that. Good food said, hey, grandma, I'm ready. Are you ready? You ready? Hey, Father Fred, Samet said, y'all, my sister should let me drop this link for her one more time. Or anybody, this is not just for my sisters, for anybody who wants to come up and have a panel discussion. If not, just drop your thoughts in the chat and then that's fine and we'll go from there because that's how we've been talking about it ever since it was. I feel so awkward on stream. I ain't been on StreamYard for a while, I feel like. Has it been a long time? I was like, wait, where's the music? Wait, how do you do the background? I forgot to do it. So yes, so hopefully we'll get some of the people that were in here yesterday that was in here yesterday that had some opinions and some information about the deportation and the DEI and the federal freeze. The federal freeze. Hopefully they'll come back in and we can have a panel discussion about all the stuff that's going on in a matter of hours, y'all. Like, I know that it is quite serious. This stuff is quite serious. But when I tell you that, is that good food? How you doing? How are you doing? Good food. Oh, this stuff is going crazy around here in a matter of hours, I was just saying. Like, it's so much going on. I don't know. Good food, can you hear me?
I'm ready.
Okay,
you
good.
Can hear me?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure you can hear me. Yes, let me see. My sister is in the back. Okay, Booby.
Why am I hearing you twice?
Hey.
Dang, why do you hear me twice? I don't know. Booby, am I echoing or can you hear me twice on your end?
Nope, not on my end.
Okay, good fool. Go out and come back in and see if that helps.
Let me see if this is my phone.
Yeah, do you have the app open?
Oh no, I can hear you now. It's fine.
Okay, good. Let me see. Serenity said Father Fred.
I'm gonna have to go back out. I hear you all over again.
Okay, yeah, you just go out and I'll let you right back up. I'll drop the link again for you. Oh, it's right there. It's at the bottom. So let me see. I'm gonna remove it. Oh wait. Or maybe I can add her back.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Booby? Who said hold on 1 second? Booby. Oh, that was you. I thought Good Food said that. So I said yes, a long time. Yes, it has been. I was telling everybody how long it's been since I've been on StreamYard because I go straight YouTube now because you get more exposure when you go vertical on your phone.
Oh,
so like I can't be growing a channel constantly coming on StreamYard, so I've been doing the vertical lives, and I almost forgot how to put the music on and everything else. So I was telling everybody. Did you get a chance to see the flyer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, with the different points. With the different points.
Yeah. Just a little thumbnail talking about the deeper. Gupo, you okay now?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. About the deportation and the federal freeze and the DEI.
Okay.
So
yeah, okay.
I don't know. Good food. Have you heard any updates at all about the deportation at all?
I know they have displayed like I think I want to tell you like the headquarters all around the world, and they supposed to have like 75 arrests for each one of these headquarters a day.
They're supposed to have what again?
75 arrests. I might have to get on my phone because I'm hearing myself three different times.
75 arrests per day.
Yeah, from each headquarter.
From each headquarter?
Yes, and it's all over.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I didn't hear nothing about that. Booby, did you hear about that?
Nope. I've been looking more of like the funding, the environmental stuff, the health stuff, because I seen one news account with this lady crying
I'm gonna
so
drop
bad.
down, Gemma, and I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna use my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen this older lady crying so bad, like when they first started deportation, and so I skip over that because that was just all of it is horrific, but that just really got to me, especially people that's been, this is all they know, they've been here for years raising their families and stuff. She was,
right.
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know if it was her or her family, but it was just so sad.
Right. Hey, Justice. Hey, Abril. I dropped the link for anybody who feels like they want to come on the panel instead of typing in the chat. But if you want to type in the chat, that's fine too. But it's open panel for anybody to have these discussions. Right now, we're trying to get like any updates that anybody may have on the deportation. Now, Good Food just told us that it's supposed to be all. I'm saying, is it the police headquarters? All of the headquarters are supposed to get 75 arrests a day.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
That is devastating. So that means how many headquarters is it? How many hundreds of families are going to be devastated daily?
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's so deep. It's so deep. Well, I got a couple things that I want to be able to talk to you guys about and see, make sure that you are aware, and then any comments and any additional information. This is stuff I found out from this morning. Okay, these are things that really impact low and middle income people, because we know people that's extremely wealthy, they won't have issues when it comes to federal funding, but people that's working and just may not be at that level of wealth, these are the things that can really impact you. So let's talk about the temporary halt on the federal funding first of all. So the government paused certain federal loans and grants to review their alignment with current priorities. Okay, so the White House is coming in to talk about like what's the priorities. So yesterday they were saying stuff like not the things that's going to directly impact the people receiving it, but let's take the uh, children's lunch, right? So we know that a lot of the free lunch programs, that money got to come to, like, it may come through block grants. It goes from the federal government to the state, so it don't go right from the federal government to the kids. It's a pass through, and it may come to those local communities. But just imagine families that's really living on the edge. That we know from being in childcare that there was times where we know when those kids came to daycare, that was the only meal they got. We pretty much knew that they weren't going to eat again until they came back to daycare that next morning. And so you know that just if you working with children and families that on the edge like that financially. So those are the kind of things. So any type of federal loans. So anybody that's doing nonprofit work, anything like that, federal loans and grants to review their alignment on the current priorities. Although essential services like Social Security and Medicare remain unaffected. Y'all got that? They are unaffected. Programs such as Medicaid and Head Start face temporary disruptions. For instance, some healthcare providers experience delays in Medicaid payments, causing concern among those relying on these services. So yesterday they actually had people scheduling for surgery and they couldn't have these surgeries because the payment portal was shut down, right? So those are the kind of things that was happening yesterday. So now potential government shutdown. There's a looming possibility of a government shutdown due to the budget disagreements. If this happens, services like food assistance, SNAP, and WIC could be interrupted and tax refunds might be delayed. And we know families be waiting for that tax refund.
Right.
And they should. Yep. So such disruptions can pose significant challenges for families depending on these supports. The next one I want y'all to pay attention to is number 4. Reversal of the diversity, equity, and inclusion, the DEI, like how they just use that term DEI without really educating people to understand all of the services. But this is after over 400 years of so many Black people contributing to this country. So it's not like doing us a favor. It's a very small portion of how there can be some level of equality. So the DEI is something that should have been done years ago, but that was one of the first things that was attacked. So check this out. The administration has taken steps to eliminate DEI initiatives within federal agencies. That's not everybody. So we have some private companies that said, no, we're not doing that. So pay attention to the companies that said, no, if I got to lose some funding, I'm not going to stop having DEI policies. So I know, what's that one? Costco. Costco was one. Apple was one that said, regardless of this, that they were still going to have those DEI policies. So
okay, yeah, I heard that.
Yep. So this includes closing diversity offices. Think about all of the people. I remember the last insurance company I worked for, they had a whole diversity department with tons of people working in that department, making sure that people got equal access and equal opportunity. You can join the different social things for education. So listen, guys, like we in our own little world, but this is having a devastating impact on communities everywhere. So they removing those resources, they taking it off their website. So the tech people had to go in and clean all that DEI information off their website. These actions may impact efforts to promote workplace diversity and support for underrepresented groups. So you got all this conversation about the transgender this, transgender that. But do you know that people that actually are considered transgender is less than 1%? So why are we focusing so much on policy on something that's less than 1%? Like it's crazy. Number 5, healthcare policy changes.
But I think it's because the press knows what will get people in an uproar. They know that that's going to get people in an uproar, so they're going to highlight that. I don't care if it's 0.1%. Whatever's going to get the people riled up, that's what they're going to highlight.
Right. And so that's why they want to target certain messages to certain people. But that's why when I have people like the buffoonery of Snoop, I don't care how much I like his music. I refuse to dance if I hear his music anymore. And then nobody used to hurt their knees and legs harder to his music than me. Like I used to love his music. I'm so over him. And here's why I'm so over him, because the ones that fell off, the people that's trying to up and come, we'll do some crazy stuff for some money. But the fact that I know he don't have no money issues and the way he sold out like that, because they want to get that attention to that population that's undereducated. So I'm like so done with him on every level. Okay, number 5, y'all, the healthcare policy changes. Proposed changes to healthcare policy, such as efforts to repeal or replace the Affordable Care Act, could lead to millions losing health insurance coverage. So I'm using the Affordable Care Act. I call it Obamacare, but I'm thinking like that's the insurance that I use. So if they cut that, then I won't even have that. Well, and I'm not at the age yet where I can get the Medicaid that you get at 65. I'm not 65 yet. So then where I'm supposed to be able to get affordable insurance. So it just think about how it impacts you and then people in your family and your community. Low-income individuals are particularly at risk at reductions in Medicaid funding, and subsidies may make healthcare unaffordable for many. So here's the results, and then I want to open up and continue the conversation so I can see what y'all can teach me and what we're gonna do. Here's a few solutions, because this stuff is so stressful and overwhelming. I'm addicted to it. I must say, my father got me sitting on the side of the bed with him, and I watched it for years. Like he's the reason why I'm so addicted to this. But I'm really trying to like get away from it because it's so like disturbing. I consume it so much, but at the end of the day, what can we do about it? So here's the things that we want to do. We want to stay informed, keep up with reliable news sources to understand how these changes might affect you. When I say reliable, fact-based, not people talking about their opinions. Know how to go by somebody's opinion versus facts. So be able to have those resources for your own facts. Engage with community organizations. Local groups often provide support and offer guidance. Number 3, contact your representatives. Reach out to your local and state officials to express your concerns. They do track those calls and let them know when it's stuff that's really impacting you. And then seek legal advice if needed, if you feel that your rights are being affected, especially with people with the whole immigration thing. But they got a whole team, thousands of attorneys is helping people with those laws. Like they're really organizing. So it's not an issue where everybody got to have money to get access to attorneys with a lot of these issues. And then stay connected, be proactive, and all of that's going to help us to navigate these changes during these crazy times. So guys, I can't wait. Kim, read me some of the comments. What are people experiencing and what are they hearing?
Okay, nobody has made a comment in direct regard to that yet. Everybody's kind of like speaking, coming in the chat. Good food. What is your opinion on those things about the healthcare?
Okay, healthcare. It's a lot of resources that the world gonna need, that we all gonna need. Put it like that. We might not feel the impact today, tomorrow, next week, but in these 4 years, we will feel the impact of everything that he's doing. On the deportation situation, I want to talk on that a little more because I'm another person. I wouldn't say, and I don't want to be offensive to no one because I'm not racist, right?
Yeah.
But here in Texas, like I don't know how it is in y'all state, but here down in our state, Houston, put it like that, in Houston, Texas, in general, we have Greg Abbott, our governor. He's a Republican. He's gonna back anything the president says. He's gonna back it. So here, what I feel about the illegal immigrants, I'm not racist, but here they was helping them 10 times the amount of any help they could have got from around the world. It was places paying for citizenship. Now, this man was in office, 8 years ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, and deportation was at the top of his list. Why wouldn't you go ahead and make your citizenship legalized? Especially if you knew what type of person this was. He coming back with a vengeance. So why are you running, hiding, ducking? You knew this day was coming, just as well as the Black community. We know he I want to say he's racist, but he's not racist. I don't want to say he's racist. He's not loyal to no race. He's loyal to the green dollar. So cutting all these programs and benefits off, thinking it's directly hitting the African American community, it's not. Most Caucasian families are the recipients of most of all these programs.
That's funny you say that. It was just the other day. It was some statistics I was looking up, and I was like, "What?" I was shocked.
So, what you're saying, Gamma? Because I can't hear.
No, I was saying I was shocked by that fact that you're saying that it's not just like the Hispanic and the Black community affected by it.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And another thing, like a lot of people, and I'm saying this like in my state, my hometown state, they didn't go out and vote for Kamala because we live amongst racist people. We live amongst racist individuals. First, they looked at it as a Black woman running for office. At one point in time, Black women couldn't vote. We couldn't exercise our voice on a lot of things. So instead of the brown community joining the Black community to make a powerful impact, they went against Kamala and put the asshole, excuse my language, in office that wanted to get rid of y'all from the jump start. So him saying make America great again, I want to understand what's the slogan behind make America great again? When was America ever great? We have always been at the end of oppression. They have been oppressionless from day one. My great grandmother was a slave. You think we going this time? I don't think it's gonna go back that way. So you can deport all you want. This generation, this day and time, it's not gonna be like that. And all due respect to our ancestors, I don't think this generation gonna lay down and have that. So make America great again. Whatever he's trying to do, I hope he can succeed on that end. But you're gonna put this world in a war, and it's gonna be a man versus man war because these Black people ain't going for that. The cartel ain't going for that right now. They're shooting at the Border Patrol.
Really?
Yes, they're not going for that. Here in Texas, it was I don't want to say a race because I'm not sure of the race, but it was a former employee of a Walmart. He went to his job and he went into a shootout at the job. And they listed him as a former employee. It's a lot. This right here, these topics that he signing executive orders overnight, these things get in your head and they sleep there, live there, and it causes you to go into a depression. You might wake up depressed and spiral out of control. Who knows how you're going to be able to handle, oh, he say he's going to deport us, or he going to cut Medicaid off. Oh, we count on that. Right. Or if I get up and go to school tomorrow and I come back home, my mom gone.
Right, exactly. That's why my sister just said what we have to look forward to And you said needing that medical care, like it's going to be a lot of mental health care that's going to need that health care because it's going to drive people into a lot of states of depression, anxiety, and everything else. Hey, Justice.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
I try
Yeah.
to stay far away from it, but as you can see, it has since it came to Texas, like on the front. When we lit up red, we already know what time it is in Texas. Everybody one here should already know what time it is in Texas. This man is gonna bag what if Donald Trump said he have to come and walk through everybody's house here in Texas, Greg Abbott gonna tell us to unlock the door and open it.
Wow.
That's just how he supports his president. He's gonna back his president.
Yeah.
So
Greg Abbott is
everybody here in
super
Texas
loyal.
looking sad. When our state didn't light up blue, you knew what time it was.
Yeah. Justice, what are your thoughts?
Well, listening to everybody, I just came off my live, and my concerns with the deportation is what it looks like and what it sounds like. And I say this again, it's them today, who's it tomorrow, right?
Right.
Yep.
Because
Right.
we look at it, and if we look at what he has instructed how the military to look, we're using the military on it. See, we're missing the point.
Yeah.
We're using the military on American soil to deport.
Right.
Yep.
Some could be Americans, some could be citizens that are Americans, collateral. They say they could be collateral. So collateral means the part of it was to remove people that were illegal and violent.
Yeah.
Right now, but they're target, anybody could go.
Right.
Right? Anybody could go. So what we're looking at is almost like a mind F, right? So you got 100 days of signing executive orders, and all these orders are shocking. All these orders is like trying to wear you down.
Yep.
Right.
Some people will get quiet. Some people are going to put their head in the sand. They're almost betting that people are going to get fatigued and not pay attention. That's my opinion, right? You're going to get news fatigue.
Yeah.
You're going to get some anxiety, and when you put this much on a people within the first 7 days, first week.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like
I don't follow any of this. Y'all teaching me all this stuff because I don't follow any of it, and I'm getting.
How many people are already tired and scared?
Right.
Right? How many people are worried? See, so I look at chaos by design.
Yep.
Confusion by design. When he put out that executive order, it came out to confuse. A lot of people didn't understand when he first came out with the executive order to freeze the federal government. But in the back end, he did something else. So if you're not paying attention, he gonna throw this ball at the left hand, and the right hand gonna slide right on in. So he got a lot of things happening that you're gonna look this way, but look over there. Right. So he came behind freezing the federal government funds, but turn around within minutes later telling people that work for the federal government, here, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to tell all of you, all the employees of the federal government, to consider quitting, taking this package and leaving. And if you take this package, you're good. Then he turned around and said, but if you choose to stay, not going to say I'm going to come back around a few months later and you're not going to get the same deal as everybody else.
Right.
You're gone. Now, how many people caught that but was too worried about everything else?
Right.
So some things are they're going to slide, throw some slick balls in there, but you're going to get fatigue, depression, anxiety, and people are not going to pay attention anymore. You're talking about transgender, but like I told everybody else earlier, when we talk about DI and everybody's aware of this, we're talking women. We're talking about anybody inclusive disabilities. Everything, right? But that transgender, he threw that out there today, right? Now you're talking about kids. Now, yes, in my way, I feel that, hey, too much too soon. But now you got these kids that are 17, 16 that are on hormones.
Mm-hmm.
They're in school. They're already dealing with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Now you're telling them they can't do this. And I said earlier, somebody said, "Don't." We got to deal with the mental health is going to have a major. You thought
A
2019
skyrocket. Thank you, baby.
is going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're going to have kids out there that are dealing as high students now, telling them, "Hey, this was confusion as hell before, but now you're telling me I can't get this medication."
Right.
So now
Right.
you're going to have girls, boys that were taking hormones. They're
Right.
now, if they can't afford it, they're going to get whiskers again.
Yeah.
They're going to. I'm pretty sure we're going to have an increase in suicide. You're taking people out of the military that are transgender, that want to serve this country. They're coming out. They're being kicked out. High rate of suicide again. Now,
Right.
I understand people to feelings on transgender, and it's not only about transgender, there's a lot more going on. We got, it's just so much at one time. And it's all being done by design because most people are going to get fatigue, mental fatigue, and they're not going to pay attention. Some are going to put their head in the sand and act like it's never happening. Some not going to watch any news anymore. And like the lady up here, I forgot her name. Who's this up here in the blue?
That's my sister, Carmen.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good. So when we're looking at that, my thing is when I'm looking at the deportation and he giving them instructions to dress a certain way, right? To put these jackets on. I thought Gestapo.
Yeah.
Okay. A uniform.
Mhm.
A uniform look. And a look to look intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
looking and I'm like, them today, who tomorrow? Right? Who tomorrow? Because when we start to get used to them doing this on American soil,
Mhm.
eventually going to go to encampment. And for me personally, what if they start putting up in camps because they can't move everybody? And we
Yeah,
got to
that was
remember
going to be
one.
one of my questions. Let me get the comments. That was going to be my question. If anybody found out where they're actually taking the people, Chris said, "Who is actually thinking about the children and the families that this further impacts on the society?" Good Food said, "Hey, Chris, they're speaking. Everybody speaking." Chris said, "I see the negative impacts already."
Yeah.
21000 said, "All we can do is prepare and pray," like Chris said. Chris said local elections matter.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, Saret said, what does that mean? What deal and package? Saret said. Hey Maydell.
Wait, let me respond to Saret asked about the deal and package.
Mhm.
So they offer the federal government anybody that resign now. What did they give them? What did they give them, Justice? So until when? That
I
anybody
think they gave until September, maybe somewhere between spring and fall, somewhere.
right,
6 months or so.
but they didn't give them long to make the decision. I think till February 3rd or February 6th. If you work for the federal government and you resign, they will pay you out. This is what they're saying, but Congress never approved this. And this is what they're saying. The president only got so much power. The Congress controls the purse. So you can sign all of the executive orders that you want. The way the government's set up, Congress has to approve it. But he just notify people that if you work for the federal government, you can get a payout and get your full pay between now, like early February through September, to resign. So, people that want the money,
Right.
because if I work for the federal government, I'd be like, give me the money and I could do my business on the side, like pay me out gladly. But it has never been approved. So what happened if people sign and they resign for their job and then they say, no, we don't have
that's what Mama said that today. She was like, she feels like it'll be a promise, get the people to resign and then not get paid out later.
But remember now, there's some executive orders that will go through without the approval of Congress that another president will have to come back in reverse. Remember, Biden came in reverse Trump's orders and it stayed through executive orders and it came back. He went back and reversed those orders in the past week. So
wait. Let me get clarification on that because Biden tried to do that for financial aid
no,
forgiveness. Yeah,
executive
he
orders don't
he
always
tried
have
to.
to be approved by Congress. That's why it's called an executive order. They all don't have to be approved by Congress.
But
An executive,
if they're attached to funding,
they may have to be, yeah. But
yeah,
all don't. Remember, all
right.
don't. All don't have to be approved.
No.
Um,
I mean just the ones that's connected to funding that's
yeah,
already
let's
been
get some
allocated.
clarification on that one. But I know all executive orders, some is going to go through without any approval through Congress.
Right.
And I'm trying to think now, the toughest thing for him to try to do is going to mess with Obamacare, which is healthcare, because Obama has now, unless they're willing to make a sacrifice, Obama tied up that healthcare in so many bills. When you do a bill, you got to remember a lot of pork is tied into those bills, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when Obama passed when they got that Obamacare passed, he tied it up so tight with so many things linked for everybody in it, infrastructure for different states, that if you pull one string, you're going to F up everything else. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's so hard for him to try in 2016. Remember, he tried for almost 4 years in his first term to F for Obamacare, but Obama tied that shit up, excuse my language, tied it so tight up with pork, with everything else everybody wanted, that it's hard to pull a string. It's like if you pull this one, you can unravel all what somebody else wants to bipartisan, right? So if I got this infrastructure and this money tied into it, I pull this string, I can lose this. That's why it's so hard to mess with Obamacare. He wasn't able to do it in his first term. Let's see if he's able to do this term. Because he
Right.
really tried, but he wasn't able to because Obama tied that thing up so many different ways that people they would have to lose and be willing to sacrifice to get it passed to him to mess with it.
Yeah.
Good Food said, it's a severance package like a buyout to get you to quit your job. Surette said, yes, there are a lot of children on medications. Chris says students with federally funded services like IEPs. Like IEP
504, right?
and 504.
No, that's 504 is different. Yeah. IEPs and 504s.
Surette said that's what they use to pacify behaviors with those buyouts. Let me see. Hey, Angel Mom, thanks for coming in.
Yes.
Let's see. Hey, Laverne, how are you? Angel Mom said federal workers have to look at the whole picture. What is at stake? They invest a lot into their future. They invest a lot into their future well-being by way of financial planning and long-term or lifelong benefits.
Right. Well, right. Well, now what about federal workers? That's one of the benefits of being a federal worker because you get those lifelong benefits. But if you resign, you might not get those, right?
You're not gonna get those, but he threw something else in it. If you don't take it, he let them know. If you don't take this package, there's nothing saying that I will not come back. And you're going to be leaving anyway without the package.
Without the package,
he said that very clear. You're going to be leaving without a package. Now, what I think is happening, I think is this, because he said leave because you don't like my policies. I'm going to give you an opportunity to leave, right?
Yeah.
So what I think he's doing is cleaning house for all so you can take out all the DEI so-called employees well.
Yeah.
And then be a rehire and you're going to come in on your own merits, right? Even though we think everybody want to come in on their own merit and their own worth, right? You went to school, you're educated, but if they had to use DI to bring you in, that's on them, right? But I think he wants to clean house.
Yep.
And
so what's the purpose to clean house? She said, what is the
that
purpose?
means they clean DI out completely.
And to bring
I believe he want to staff with his type of people.
Exactly.
And and then everybody comes in and you're going to get hired based on whatever merit they bring you on. We had DI for a reason, right? If it was fair, we wouldn't have had it. We had affirmative action for a reason. If everything was fair, it would have never been enacted, right? So basically, this is going to be a way for everybody to clean the house and bring everybody else back in the way they want it. For him to put people in that he wants.
Yeah, but it is actually all described in that Project 45. Everything that's happening right now was already in there. It's already outlined how they was going to offer the federal government and how they was going to replace people, attack the military, attack the media, like
Project 25?
Project 25, yeah.
25, Project 25.
25.
whatever that project is.
Yeah.
Whatever that Project 25. So with that, everything was described in there, and like the military, the media, throwing out the government programs, like all of that was outlined in there. So when I seen, was it Dave what's his name? The guy that just resigned from CNN. He's been with CNN for 18 years, but he was one of the few people on mainstream media that would still go against him and challenge him on his policies. Do you know that man been with CNN for 18 years, one of the highest rated shows, and they was getting ready to bump him to midnight, and he said he'll just quit and left his job. Like that is so, that's the stuff when you see it happening like that, and you can have people attack the media, because if we don't have our media, what are we gonna have to get the information?
Well, that's what he. Once you control the media, and that's what Hitler did, right?
Yeah.
Hitler took, it's called Lugenberg, and it goes out through propaganda, right? Because if I control the media, I control the outlet, I control what goes out. Then you got people that's like, now you get to have your propaganda and you get to censor. See, what we got to be careful of is the little acceptance of things, like somebody said, cameras in the classrooms. That's a very big step to saying monitoring, right? Can cameras be useful in the classroom? Possible. But what else are we willing to give up once you put the cameras in the school, in the classrooms? It starts with very little things that you think, oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. And the next thing, you're going to have cameras, Big Brother, all over your place. But it starts with something so simple, so sensitive. Because if I can touch the water and get it into the classrooms, where the camera's going to be next?
Right. Chris said, she mentioned FEMA. Do y'all have any updates on what's going on with FEMA?
Yes.
Didn't he threaten California? If they didn't want to deport the illegal immigrants, he wouldn't give them resources?
Yep, in California.
Really?
Yes.
In California. And then in California, when those people's houses burnt up like that, his suggestion was that they want to change the voting, make sure everybody have voter ID. And that was like a condition that he was actually discussing. I don't know if it made it to a policy level, but he's literally talking about dismantling FEMA and having FEMA, instead of going through a government process in case of a natural disaster, it's based on the state.
I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen, in my opinion. We ain't going the tolerance of America is not going to, I think it's going to backswing. I think once things settle down and we realize the Constitution is under attack, we understand that the citizens under attack. Once people start to settle down and actually pay attention, remember, as bad as it may be for most people, this country was based on independence, freedom of speech, freedom to bear arms, freedom to move, freedom to be heard and not to be ruled by one government. We went from under a king. How in the hell are we going to let a man come in 2025 and rule? So once everything settled down and people start to realize, and the government and everybody starts to figure out, wait a minute, because people are going to get impacted. You can't dig a grave for one and not get deep in the grave yourself. So the deeper you dig that hole, you got to get in that hole as well. So I just think this pendulum swinging this way, it's going to swing back, and it's going to swing hard, because people are not willing to give up their rights. You start to talk about taking a man's arms away, and somebody say militant government. Oh no, we ain't going back like that.
Yeah.
Especially when you want to take away the right to defend ourselves. That is the first thing. The minute you say police in a state, people are going to wake up and say, wait a minute, policing a state. Because he's moving toward a police state. And people are going to wake up and realize, whoa, I've seen this before.
Right.
My forefathers' blood is on this earth. And I said that earlier. Around this world, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather's blood is on this earth because they fought to keep us free. You know, so these people are going to wake up eventually. When it hits home, it always got to hit home first. It always going to take something of magnitude. They're going to see something.
Yeah.
They're going to see something, just like how we snapped for George Floyd. And I told people, DEI, most of these companies did not have a DEI program that was actually sewn in with their mission. They got the DEI program through George. They put in a stronger DEI program through George Floyd. It was a knee-jerk reaction. Let's quell the natives. Everybody's talking. Let's get a DEI program. Let's put money. And a lot of money was put into it. People came in on 6 figures on a DEI program after George Floyd. And then they looked for a way. As soon as they said, oh, we can get rid of it. We don't have to spend all this money anymore. So you had Target, Walmart, Amazon, all the big wigs that spoke against him, especially Jeff Bezos, who went up against Trump in 2016 before Trump taxes. Remember, we didn't used to pay tax on Amazon. You know who forced Bezos to pay tax? Trump. And Bezos got into it. Bezos is his name. And that's when we started paying taxes on items on Amazon, because Trump and Bezos, he said, you're going to pay, we're going to make them people pay taxes.
So, Justice, do you have any information, or Booby, I don't know, or Good Food? Did anybody get any updates where they're going to arrest these people, where they're actually taking them?
They're taking them, supposed to be deporting them. They're deporting them by the Air Force.
I know, but like where? Like
Colombia, anywhere. Where they coming back from?
Colombia refused.
They came to an agreement.
They went back?
Yeah, they did. But you remember, because they were going to set tariff on and everything, but Colombia agreed to take them.
Yeah, you know they have. It's like you pick them up and you put them on a plane, you take them there. When they're getting dropped off, what's happening? I know they can't just be.
You know what? They don't care. Take them back where they taking them from. They don't care.
Do you know they have ICE checkpoints here in Houston?
Oh yeah, ICE is all over the place now. They're worried about them going into schools and to the stores and the people's job and
arresting them at restaurants.
Yeah, they're going everywhere. And it's just sad. But if we get used to, the thing about it is, because a lot of people go, well, it's time for them to go. You're being desensitized because you're watching people dressed up in gear. He told them to dress a certain kind of way. You're watching people dressed up, and as you watch, you get used to it, right?
Yeah.
And you decide to go, oh, that's just them getting over there. That's just them.
Let me ask you this question. Okay, let's put it like this: if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think? And it's not just one race getting deported. It's all different races are being deported.
Two in particular. It's only really 3 in particular. Really 2. Haitians and brown and Hispanics. You ain't seen too many. You ain't seen too many Ukrainians going nowhere.
Right.
You ain't seen too many people that look like Trump going nowhere. Okay. You ain't seen too many people. You see who's being deported out of Florida. Let's keep it real. You see,
but if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think these people will be sensitive to the Black community?
No.
What do you mean?
We have a heart for what's going on with them. Do you think they would care about our children?
Absolutely not, because they've already shown us they're not sensitive to our issues because the way that the elections went. And I still believe the elections was compromised, but people will vote against their own self-interest to their own detriment to keep Black people, keep their foot on Black people.
Keep us down.
Yeah. And like I said, and a lot of people, you saw again, a lot of Black men that was not ready. They saying they were going to vote for a woman.
Yep.
So you saw a lot of Black people say they own businesses. They weren't going to vote for Democrats. We know exactly what we were getting. Yes. The majority of the people voted.
And you also seen a lot of Hispanic voters out there voting against Kamala, voting for Trump.
Yeah, a lot of people voted for whatever reasons.
And they had a high percentage of them voting for him
The thing about it, they voted for a man that was impeached 2 times with 34 convictions. That tells you a
Well, how
lot,
do
right?
you go vote for someone that was already talking about building a wall,
And
protecting
there
the
you
border?
go. You know what? AI is a bitch, isn't it?
So
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't hidden. This was plain. It was up front. It was basically told to you what he was going to do.
Yeah, but you got to
He
also
didn't hide
understand.
this.
We weren't. It wasn't hidden. He didn't hide. He clearly told you he was going to seek retribution.
Yeah.
He was going to get revenge. He was
Mm-hmm.
going to make people pay. He didn't hide that. He exactly told you what was coming down the pipeline,
That's true.
and nothing was hidden.
Right.
So we are here now. What do we do to be here? I think, like somebody said, continue to watch your local elections, because whatever going to trickle down is going to be based on what your governor do, what your state representative do, and what
Right.
your dog catcher do, your sheriff, what your judges do.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's going to count now. Your local election, your state election, is going to be more important than you ever think for in your life.
That's so
Yeah.
true. That's so true. Guys, this was some great, rich conversation. I got to jump off for another Zoom, but thank y'all so much. And I'm going to come back and catch the replay. I mean, the comments and stuff that I missed. And y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Thank
You
you.
too as well.
You too.
You too as
Thank
well.
you. Okay, Gamma. We Gamma.
I don't
I
want to take
can't.
the whole lot. I want to see what everybody else is saying, but that doesn't
Okay,
mean to
Gamma.
turn a blind eye, because we may be next. Serenus K-pop is right. You can't. I agree with Serenus K-pop. If we start to look and think and see our government and our law enforcement being used to deport people, what about those that decided that, hey, I'm going to protect my Asian brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I'm going to hide them in my house.
Right.
What's going to keep them from coming and arrest you for hiding somebody?
Because how do we know that this is not like a thing to, like, I think even with COVID, I just believe that I think all that stuff was like a test to see how it would go if we.
Yeah, it's like temperature checking, right?
Yeah.
So how much are we willing to tolerate? Because if we're willing to sit and watch, okay, yes, there are people that probably need not to be here, that are legal, that are really dangerous people. Okay, we get that. We got that. Now, what about the people that have a right to be here? They've been here citizens. They grew. They came in when they were 6 years old, right? And they've been here because they came over as a 6-year-old.
Right.
And they're still illegal, but they have been in the fabric. They're federal workers. They're state workers.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with people that have been here since they were kids.
Yeah.
That came over the border when they were kids, but they're not supposed to be here, right? But now they're in their 30s and 40s. Right, they're going to be deported. Wow. They can be deported.
Yeah.
They can be deported. They didn't never know nothing about where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. Didn't know nothing. All they know is America, right?
So if it was supposed to be violent, dangerous people, how is it happening that these people are being impacted then?
Because he said collateral. So those people that are going to be standing there, like if you at McDonald's and you work at McDonald's and you ain't never bothered nobody in your life, but here's a guy next to you that got a record and they run your name or they run you, and all of a sudden now we know who you are, you're going to. Wow. You're collateral. Because if it's 6 of y'all sitting together and you got one criminal or 2 criminals among them, and 3 of you been here most of your life, but you're still considered an illegal immigrant, you're going with them.
Wow.
So you're going with them.
I want to touch on like the Tabitha Brown situation. I was hoping one of my subscribers would have been here, because she made a comment in my and on my post, because I did a Tabitha Brown post today, and she was just saying, I'm not going to Target. And I get what she's saying, because the first thing when I listened to what was going on, I listened to Tabitha Brown's situation. First thing I said is, I'm not going back to Target. But then I listened to her video in its entirety and to listen to how this could impact, like the situation with her and other small businesses that are in the stores this way, how that could impact. She really made a lot of sense because she said no matter what, the numbers won't lie. And like basically saying we won't have a leg to stand on if you stop shopping. Then if they want to say it in a different way, like not because of that, but because of this, we pulled your merchandise because it was not selling. That was the reason why that made me go to Target and purposely go into buy Tabitha Brown and come out for that reason. But she was saying no, she's not coming. I was hoping that she would have been here because I told her this is a good conversation.
Is it me, Gamma?
Huh?
Well, Gamma,
that was me saying I wasn't going to shop at Target.
Would you say Good Food?
That was me.
No,
I'm gonna tell you why we should shop at Target. I'm gonna tell you why we should shop at Target. Okay, we got to remember where we were before then. All right. Target DEI policy came out in 2022. Right after George Floyd, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If we look at who Target employs, we can't cut our nose off to spite our face. Okay. Yes, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Right? But we got to remember there's so many people that hold these jobs. And if they're deporting some of the people that are working Walmart, Target, FedEx, all these other places, and then Tabitha pull her stuff, where's she going?
Well, the thing about it, she said she can't necessarily pull it because she still has.
She's under contract. She's under contract,
so
right?
She's speaking about like she's almost saying like I'm good for another year, but she's talking about the impact it's having on other small minority businesses coming in, getting on the shelves, how that's going to impact them.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, they're going to be allowed to get in the store.
Not shop, because if you don't shop, she's saying other words, giving you eye contact in the video. Like even if you don't get nothing else, go somewhere, get your tissue or your whatever, but go in there on purpose for those minority businesses.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it won't be just about what's going on now. They'll have another leg to stand on by saying we can't have your products here because they did not sell. So
yeah, it almost gives them a door to say, it almost gives them the door to say black products don't sell here.
Right. Then they got another leg to stand on. So she said shop because then the numbers won't lie. If you're able to tell, tell them, look, I sold this, and that. Why are my products being snatched? Because of that reason. Maybe it's something that they can use later on. Even if all this transpires, you can use it later on to get back on the shelf. Maybe it might be a lawsuit later. Maybe after the 4 years, they'll be able to get back on there. Whatever it is. But after I listened to that, I understood what that subscriber was saying. But after I listened to the video, I was like, oh, I guess that makes sense, because I was ready to say, oh, I don't have to shop there. I just want to be back again. But when she said that, it's not like I'm going there to shop, but I am going there with the intentions that if I know a small minority business, I'm going inside of that store for that reason, because that's what's going to keep them on the shelf.
Remember, all this could be reversed in 4 years if if another president gets in. Right. All this could be reversed.
Right. Sarette said, does it help Target? It absolutely is going to help Target, because Target is not going to have anybody on their shelves that they're not making money from. They're just a store, but everybody who got their merchandise on the shelves, if it's not their brand, they're paying to be on that shelf, or they're giving a percentage of their money. That's for sure.
Do you think Tabitha would have been on Target before George Floyd?
Probably. I don't think so, no.
You don't think she would have been a part of Target?
Probably not at that time.
Wow.
Probably not at that time.
Oh, okay. I want to weigh in on this Tabitha Brown situation. I want to disagree. I'm not going to shop at Target. Yeah. Because if you don't want the black products in the store, you don't want the black dollar. Okay.
Did they say they don't want the black products, or they said that they're not going to like let me say, I know what it sounds like, but they're saying that we're just not going to bring you in the store because you're black. Your product got to be. Now, just hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Is that they don't want to be considered through DEI, or what they say, or they're saying that they'll bring black products in, but it won't be through a DEI policy.
I don't know about that.
What do y'all
And that's
think?
the thing. Okay, so why are the black products is at the center of this? Why is not the other product that they sell? Why they're not? And
you're right.
Why they're not pushing them out or clearance to these items? Or
you're right. You're right.
When you backed away from the DEI, why should we support Target? Target is a big company. Why should we should go into stores that still want to keep the DEI in place. Put your products in Costco. Put them in Costco.
Okay, wait a minute. Costco is Walmart. Costco is one, right? But not everybody needs both.
Not Walmart.
Let's look at this. Amazon pulled their DEI program.
Yeah.
McDonald's pulled their DEI program.
Yeah.
Walmart pulled their DEI program.
Yeah.
Target pulled their DEI program.
But we have
they all pulled their DEI program.
Right. But we have to stand up and take a stand and let them know if we don't shop here and support these brands or whatever you're going to Target for.
Okay, I mean, not only Target, but
not
only Target.
The black dollar is keeping a lot of these businesses open.
Okay, wait, let me ask you a question. It's not only Target. Amazon pulled their wipes, clean up their whole DI program.
Right. Right.
Okay, we got to remember.
I don't understand Tabitha telling people go ahead, go in there, because if you did not feel like it was a problem, why did you bring it to the internet? Then you came back and double backed on what you said. Okay, and if you don't shop there, I understand. What's that about? If you understand why we're not going to shop there and you feel like we should shop there, why did you bring this to the internet? It's like she's being a gatekeeper for them.
No, it's
another year. Who's to say? In 1 year, they can just pull all our products and say, "No, we don't want you in here. No, we're gonna make the money off of you because we have this partnership to last another year."
But we focus on Target. We got other fish to fry as well. How are we going to handle the entire market?
Right? That's why black people have to take a stand. We have black billionaires. They need to open up stores that advertise our black products.
Okay, wait a minute.
Right now,
but we got to understand, we got to have people to put the money in the community.
Right.
Just okay, we can have all this ideology all we want.
So if they say, okay, today we're going to pull Rachel Ray and all her cooking pots and pans off the shelf, do you think the blacks gonna be running in there to get Rachel Ray?
Well,
we ain't gonna give a damn if we got a pot from Rachel Ray or not. We ain't gonna care.
But the thing about it is, good food. Is it good food? Yeah. What are we going to do as a whole?
Yeah,
we can focus on Target.
Are you no longer shopping with Walmart and Amazon and McDonald's?
We can't go to McDonald's.
And I'm gonna tell you this: McDonald's. I have children, so. Either I'm gonna start frying McNuggets and fries in my own home.
What about Walmart?
And probably don't get a membership at Costco. But I work at Amazon, and I'm really thinking like this is really weighing heavy on me.
You can't cut your nose off to spite your face, because if you're going to quit your job because they rolled back the DI program was not there in 2022.
They just brought the DI program in. Person walking in the workforce, you want to feel secure. I don't want you to walk up one day and be like, "Oh well, Stacy over here is more qualified than you."
We gotta hold fast and not do knee-jerk reactions.
But listen, I just want to make sure Good Food understands what Tabitha was saying. She's not saying go shop at Target. She literally
and if Tabitha want to stay in Target, she gonna be in Target. I won't support Tabitha in Target.
Well, see, that's the thing, because her contract, Donna's recipe, when I listen to her, it seems like her online business is her Donna's recipe for the hair. And so it's in Walmart shelves too. So, Walmart is one of the ones too, so I guess you can't go there. But what I'm saying is that, but it sounds like her contract for all those different products, I don't know how many products she has. She have to have at least probably 40, 50 products. The contract is for Target. So she's saying, in other words, go in that store, shop Tabitha Brown, walk out of that store, go to, I don't know what other store to go get whatever else you need, because if you don't shop me there, then that means that not only are they taking that program away, but like when they take that program away, and when my contract is up, and when maybe it could be negotiated, they will be able to say, yes, even throughout whatever was taken away, your product was successful here. You can stay on the shelf, or they will say, no, you didn't get any sales for our store anyway, so take your products and go. So she said, if you're trying to support her, that is about the only way you can do it, to prove that my product is worthy and it stands, and people are supporting my product, whether you're indeed or not.
Gemma, why does she have to prove herself? Why does she have to prove herself to Target? Her sales right now should speak for themselves. She shouldn't have to prove herself. You know what Tabitha Brown do in Target
right now. They're going to do it based on product. They probably do it.
Okay, so what if you go up in there and buy every Tabitha Brown product, and after this year they say, okay, we still going to go part ways with you?
But we don't know if they will or not.
They definitely could.
But we don't know.
She said that the numbers won't lie. She'll have a leg to stand on. Like, that's probably like a lawsuit. Like, why are you telling me that my product is doing?
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. I think Chris said it here. Chris said you got to go by your own values. Chris said everybody got to make a choice and go where their values are. And you got to follow your values. So if you strongly feel that way, then you shouldn't.
That's what I was
saying. Target won't never get another dollar from me. I won't care if they put DEI back in place. You won't get a dollar because you're really showing us how you really feel about us.
I get it, because that was my first thought. But then afterwards, it kind of changed my mind. But what I see, what other people are saying, they're saying she's getting 30% of every item that's sold. Okay, you're saying I don't want to give Target the 70%. That's what you're saying. Like, if that's the only way you can't get your stuff online or do it some other kind of way, then I'm not going to be able to support you because I'm not giving Target my dollars. Yes, that's going to hurt her.
We're on a tough plane here, and there's a lot of and a lot of people gotta have to make a lot of decisions based on their values. Yeah. And a lot of people are not going to shop these places, but we also got to remember that when we go to Black businesses, we got to put our money in and don't ask them to lower their prices, because my brother owns a business, right? Mm-hmm. And the toughest thing that was hard is that people don't want to pay him for his goods, and they'll go down the street to Hilton and pay them double, but want him to lower his prices
because we've been conditioned that our worth is not worthy.
That's it. Exactly. We have to be able to not go and try to tell the owner your price too high, but we'll go down to the store and we'll pay an arm and a leg we'll pay $16, $20 for the drink, but we'll come to the brother and we only want to pay $5 for his drink.
That's how it is with my skincare products. People say they don't want to pay $20 for a body butter, but you'll go to Bath and Body Works and break off, and I'm like, that's fine.
And we gotta be real about that. Gamma, we gotta be real, because we don't value our own. We'll say go black, shop Black business, shop, but we don't want to pay. No. We don't want them to be competitive in the market.
Right. And then
Gamma has a right to be able to sell her product, her body butter, for $20. Right. But somebody will tell her that's too high, but they'll go right down the street and pay $40 for something else.
Right. And 9 times out of 10 for a product that won't even work. But that's because people don't understand that when you're getting things for $5, $6 mass produced, and if you look at the back of the ingredients, it could be different. The way it's produced can be so different. Like they're able to charge those prices for a reason. You can believe that. And the quality.
So they're paying for you paying for overhead. Yeah. You don't have the overhead. Right. So you can sell your product for $20. They're going to charge you $40. They're going to charge them $45 because you're going to pay for that store. Right. You're going to pay for that shelf. Yeah, and the product won't even be as good as Gamma, but you will probably paying for it. You paying more for the shelf and them lights they got to keep on in that damn store.
Absolutely. You got to pay for all of that. Oh, you got to.
So we got to be fair. We can't because let me say something, and I'm gonna keep it real. Mm-hmm. I watch everybody come into this country can barely speak English. Mm-hmm. And you go in their community. Let me keep it real. You can go in their community They bring the money back into their community, right? You can go to Indian, Hispanic, Asian. They return the money back to their community. They will spend in their community.
Absolutely.
We spend trillions of dollars everywhere else but within our community. We are the biggest consumers of stuff.
Yeah.
We're the biggest. We pay a trillions of dollars. We're the biggest consumer. We'll go out there and we'll spend money everywhere. But we don't invest back in our community. And we're still having the same communication, same discussion 300, 200, 400 years later.
That's right.
We do not reinvest. We keep saying put in the black business. No, we don't. We don't. We don't. We expect them not to compete. One guy said, why don't this guy open up a car shop and sell cars for $20,000? Sell all the people that cars people for $20,000. How are he gonna compete if he sells this car for $20,000 and they're selling cars for $40 and he got to sell his car for $20? He's not supposed to compete.
Right. Right.
We gotta, and I've watched people build not strip malls, communities, and the money stay within that community. We go into the community and spend, and the money stays there. Nobody's coming into the community and spend. That's why our socioeconomics is so different, right? We'll go, and that I'm just trying to see. I hope nobody get offended, but just keeping it real as much as I can, and that's what I see.
Yeah. Because nobody is understanding also when you have a product, like I don't care what it is, if you have a factory mass producing at faster rates than somebody's single hands can, of course they can buy, and then when you get those communities that buy together, you think these individual beauty supply stores, you think that one store is ordering? No. They're probably 50 of them that order together so that they can buy.
That's exactly how they're doing it.
Yeah,
that's why you can see
$1 per piece. They're paying 2 cents per piece. So of course they can make stuff $1.
Yeah, and that's why you can see an Hispanic a Mexican restaurant in every corner, and nobody's worrying about competition.
Right.
You know why? Because they help each other.
They help each other.
You cannot tell me you can get 4 Mexican restaurants on one catty corner, plus a damn food truck, and everybody eating. How that working? Because they all invested within each other. They're all connected.
Right.
Within each other. They're supporting each other. I'm gonna support you. We can go buy and smoke together, and we can spread out all the stuff. We all gonna eat. Hey.
Absolutely. That's how it works. And then we don't need to even bring up the conversation again about how they'll live together. Like literally where I live right now, the people who are upstairs are Indian, and their family actually works together, and then they buy a house and they send that family out. They live upstairs, I live down here, and then they're all somewhere. And then when it's time where they buy another house for another family to go out, they make sure they're self-sufficient and they live together until they do that.
My friend Molly was from Pakistan.
Mm-hmm.
Her brother, her brother's wife, her mom and dad, and I think a couple other husband, her other brother and wife, they all lived. They didn't slum. They bought a big old nice ass house in a nice area, right? They all lived there, and they lived together until one convention go off. Yeah, and they go get a house, and then they move together until they got houses. And I'm not talking no slum. I'm talking they don't move until they move into something nice.
Right.
They stay together. And then you have one of my I know that was Hispanic for Puerto Rico. They'll bring people in, so they bought a house, right? Because when they came here, somebody housed them, right? Mm-hmm. And so what happens? Somebody housed them, and the agreement is they take care of them until they find work. They don't make them feel bad. Mm-hmm. And once they're able to get a house, the agreement is they'll take a family or so in and help that family.
That's how it goes.
And they keep doing that.
Libby Central Cal said, but they have been doing these sweeps. Oh, she's saying that they've been doing those sweeps. She has a a neighbor, or no, not a neighbor, her yard man was taken 7-8 years ago that way.
Yeah.
Just came and got him. Let me see. Does it still benefit Target? Katie said she did make sense. Still shop there, but only buy Black products. Sue said I can't say because people, whoever made the comment and said Chris said she feels like with Tabitha saying still go there to shop her products, she feels like that's a sellout. She said that she feels like that's selling out. Katie says, I think she would have been there before okay, Target, bottom line is money. Okay, Katie said.
But I'm trying to understand, why are we going, if we don't go there and support her, if we don't go to Target and just support her, we're going to cut out, we got to do something instead of falling down for everything. I understand Tabitha's in Target, but why? But she's there with a contract right now. Mm-hmm. She can't just pull out and lose everything. No, why not support her while she's there? We sometimes we got to help each other through this shit here. Right? Tabitha's in a situation right now. I don't think she's a sellout. I think she's in a position right now where we can still support her, because the thing is, we can't always do that same shit and leave people hanging. She's in a situation.
I know that
sometimes we got to look at it as a whole. Even if we only go in there and buy her product or any other products, but we can't. The thing that don't really work, y'all. Come on, boycotts work
when you look at it as a business point of view, like, I know it looks like she may have all this stuff somewhere. She's going to stock those shelves. 9 times, Tabitha Brown came out too fast. I know how business works. 9 times out of 10, there's a marketing director somewhere who designs these things, brings it on, and lets her know, here's your new product that's coming out. Basically, and it's her name on it and whatever, and it's a reflection of her because everybody loves her. And so when you think of I don't know what the percentage is, but just say Target is getting like 70%, which is good because Target's all over the world. So that would be probably much more that she could do by her own little lonesome, right? So Target has all of the distribution centers where her stuff can be stacked at. So she has to pay for it to be stocked. She has to pay for it to be shelved. She has to pay for, she would have had to pay for stock if she pulls out after the year or whatever. She got to pay for stocking. She has to find some housing for it. She's going to endure shipping costs. She's not going to have as much traffic because then it's her one body doing it and her little team or whatever, compared to the Targets of the world. Like, it's not like she's like just giving up a percentage of her money. She's giving up the part that she would not be able to do. There's no way you could think Tabitha Brown can do what Target does or any other store, wherever she is.
Yeah,
it's just the way the world goes.
I agree. Go with your feelings, but in everything, your values. But my thing is, sometimes the stance that we always take, we got to kind of look at it, understand what worked all the time don't work today. Yeah. All right. Because the DEI, and I kept saying this a year or so ago, that was a knee-jerk reaction to George Floyd. None of this shit was embedded into these companies. These companies did not build their company on a DEI mission. Right. These companies did not embed this belief. When they opened, they did not have a DEI policy that was embedded. Right. They didn't have there was nothing in their heart that said this was real.
Right. Like Chris said, that means they don't value you. I definitely think that
they didn't value us before DEI. They didn't value you before 2022.
Right. They want the money. They just want the money.
It was all about the money. It wasn't there until George Floyd. They didn't have these policies. They didn't change the lady on the pancake face for how long? 40, 50 years. We saw the lady with the scarf on her head. Mm-hmm. George Floyd got killed, and they say, "Oh, let's take the lady with the headscarf off, right, and change the pancake commercial. Oh, let's take all the statues down. Oh, let's change up all this." And now they revert back to their true believers. Right. It was just a dream. Okay. Right. Basically. Look at you just worked out from a dream, because those people, that was not their mission. That was not a part of their mission statement. Go back and look at your mission statement in 2019, 2018. Yeah. Go look at your DI policy in 2017, 2016, and years before.
Right.
What did it say?
Said lots of Black people shop at Walmart. Where are they supposed to go? Like, what
Where
about
employees want to go?
like you said?
Costco.
Okay,
Go
but
to
I'm
go to
saying,
some
like,
of
what if
these
you don't buy bulk?
companies that's gonna keep their DEI intact.
Who? Which ones?
You just
Because
have
you
to
know what
find
they're
out what
saying?
businesses
Let me tell you
is
what they're
pulling
doing.
back from it and what business are keeping it.
Good food. That's going to be my mission. I'm going to come back with an informative video. I'll try to dig up, with my sister's help, of course.
Like Chase Bank, they're keeping the DEI.
The company.
Okay, let me explain what's going to happen. Trump started with those. Remember, the DEI is federal. And what he wants to do is trickle down to the private sector, right? Eventually, it's going to get into the private sector. This is now a federal mandate.
Yeah.
It's going to trickle down. He's going to start pushing the shit into the private sector. So eventually, he's trying to where nobody is going to try to have it. And people, if they don't have to invest in a DEI policy and program, they're going to get rid of it. Because that's a lot. That's something they feel that is a what? Oh, we can cut that cost.
Right. Yeah.
You see, there are things when you look at a business, when they do the cost, we're going to cut costs way first. Oh, we can cut that. We can cut that program. We're paying somebody 60, 70,000, 100,000 a year to maintain this. Oh, that's the first. That's like, it's like, what you going to cut first from the budget? Look at DEI as cutting a bag of potato chip as they would look at it from the budget.
Right, exactly. Maybe
That's how quick they cut it.
again. You said, could we talk on at a time? Oh, one at a time. I'm sorry, Vidal. She said, can we talk one at a time? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Justice.
No, I'm finished.
I was just reading her comment. Glow said, Kristen, we got one here that's going. Okay, Food Lion. Kristen saying, if you have a Food Lion, you can go to a Food Lion. We don't have that, so I'm assuming that's a big store like a Walmart or something.
No, that's a regular store.
Oh, okay.
It's just a regular store. I don't like that. Their meat don't be right. I ain't going nowhere just to shop because if your shit ain't right, I ain't going in it.
Yeah.
I ain't who you are. If you don't keep your meat right, go on.
Everyone has a choice. Yes, you have to weigh out your values and what works for you. Absolutely. As for me, I won't go to Target, Chris said, but I will buy Tabitha's products elsewhere. I don't think. Well, you have to get the doctor's recipe. I don't think that. I don't think her products are anywhere else. Because I'm sure she would have directed people. I think that her hair products are on Walmart and online for her, but that Tabitha Brown collection, I think that was part of the contract with Target. Let me see. Katie said, our only Black-owned grocery store closed a few years ago. Really? Chris said Target still gets proceeds. Correct? They do. They do because they charge for anything you see on their shelves that's not their brand. You're paying to get on the shelf. You pay to get on that shelf. You just don't get on the shelf. Chris said it's almost like tap dancing for me. I know. Saret said sounds like a little selfish to her. Katie said I don't really shop Target or Walmart, but I do shop Amazon. Yes, I shop Amazon too. I got to be more careful. I'm gonna have to get that list of places that are on there and be more diligent. And where I got to pay attention. If I don't really need it, if I can go to any smaller store around here, I got to really make sure I'm more careful about doing that. Chris said, but if it's based on data, everyone knows that this was a catalyst to the decrease in profit on Black products. Okay.
Yep.
Saret said, I agree, Chris. Katie said, not only her product, but every small business, yes, who have products on the shelf. Yes, that's what she's speaking on. She said that she's good, like for having her products on there, but she's more concerned about the other small businesses. So yes, it's unfortunate. Saret said, Saret said, like Justice said, Target is only one company. That's what I want to know. I'm just curious with everybody who is not going to Target. Are you going to not go? I'm sure it's a whole list, and I want to get a hold of that list myself. But are we not going to go to McDonald's? Are we not going to go to Walmart or shop by Amazon because it is they can all be replaced to shop somewhere else. So I just wanted to see if people are going to be as diligent as not going to those places. So
you know what? For me personally, I don't shop Target that much anyway.
I don't either.
But I know I'm gonna get me a burger, a cheeseburger every so often, and I know every so often I'm going into Walmart, and I know every so often I'm gonna order from Amazon. I want my shit to come to my door. Yeah. Who else gonna deliver to my door other than Amazon?
And the thing about it, we have to know that Amazon is going to be the same situation as Target, because Amazon, they do have their own products out there. For sure they have their own products out there. But Target is also made up, just like a Target or Walmart. Amazon is made up of small businesses. There are a lot. I don't know what the percentage, I would like to know the percentage, but Amazon is a depot of small businesses that you're ordering from. That's why you can look at one and it'll say $11 and one say $11.01.
Yeah,
so that they can get your sale at the lowest price. So there could be one product, but you can get it from 10 different places. That means there might be Amazon on top if they choose to sell that product, but that means there's 9 more small businesses that selling that product. It's not just Amazon, although they're getting a percentage just like Target or Walmart does. They're just.
Well, let me ask you a question. Costco is defending their DI policy, right? Costco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Delta.
Who?
Delta.
Delta?
Delta Airlines.
Oh, Delta Airlines? Okay.
Is defending. Who else is defending their DI policy? Costco, Delta, Microsoft is defending their DEI policy. They're defending it right now. Costco is one. That's the only mainstream grocery store. But how many people can afford that membership every year?
That's another thing.
That's a membership.
Maybe Costco might do something about that. They might.
They just raised their membership fee after so many years. They just went to about $65 or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Costco just did a raise recently. They hadn't done one in years. So they just recently raised their membership fee. So, and then you got Delta, Microsoft, about 3 other companies, Goldman and Sachs,
Apple,
Elf. Who else?
Apple.
Apple also defended the DI company. Okay. But you don't see too many grocery stores, so none of them enacted one. A lot of them didn't do that knee-jerk reaction.
Right.
Traquel said ATB, but I don't know if y'all have ATB. We have it here in Texas.
Oh yeah, I heard about HCB. They got a program. They got a policy.
She said they back in DEI.
Chris, I was saying Bath and Body Works in comparison to asking for discounts and the comparison of why things are cheaper. Not that they're on the list. I was just using my product line versus another similar product line to say that's why they're able to have cheaper prices. Not that they were on the list though. Chris said, but who has some good body butter? Look at you, put the link down. Girl, you're so funny. So Rest said, we do not respect our own. No, absolutely not.
No,
that's correct. Culture is flawed.
And that's true. We talk a good game until it's time to put the money on the table.
Yeah.
I've been through this for a long time when we did boycotts, and boycotts never really worked because people are like, damn, I'm going in here, shit. I'm going to go, and if a boycott could stand, maybe a couple times back in the day when people really stood on it, but today people get tired. Like, man, I'm gonna go get me a Chick-fil-A stuff.
It don't affect me today. It don't affect me today. I'm hungry right now. That's the mentality here. When back in the day, they'll
how many people actually going to boycott Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A?
Right. And they not.
If Chick-fil-A did a DI program, how many people actually going to not go to Chick-fil-A?
Right. Let me see, because the race is not ready for that conversation of uniting and coming together. Absolutely. Katie says, Terrell, we don't respect each other or believe in each other as far as providing goods and services. Katie, Chris said, yes, action is needed, but we need to come together with a plan. Like, what's after that, right, Chris? That's the reason why I can't get too involved in politics that way, because I am very solution based. I like to come to a conclusion like real fast, and if I feel like it's something out of my hands, then I feel like I don't even want to really even know about it. So I always think like, what is it that we can do? But like, I'm thinking like, I know that what can I do? I got about 10 people over here, 12 people over here, and I can provide those 12 people with a list that they might be able to provide somebody else with a list, and it might trickle down to 100 people, but maybe that might make the difference in 100 people to give them the information, because a lot of people, when they don't know where to move, they don't move at all. But if you give them somewhere to move, they can try to make a move there. You know? Katie said Tabitha is not the only target. Tabitha is not the only target. She clearly said not only her, right, but some small businesses target.
What we do now.
What'd you say, Justice? Or good food?
No, I feel like when Chris say, "Well, we go from here," I mean, just bringing up awareness. It's not about like, oh, today we're gonna go take going on. You don't want to just be sitting in the dark, not knowing the world is moving and you sitting still. The first step is talk about it, and we're talking about it. Well, we're debating about it. Everybody have their own opinion of how they want to move on it.
Right.
Yeah. And you got to respect that, you know. Everybody got their values. People stand. I have a friend that won't shop at Walmart because they don't have a union.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I have a friend that to Walmart don't believe in unions, and she won't spend $1 in Walmart.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So a lot of people don't shop different places because they don't support unions. So and so good, you know, if not good fella, good food. It's good food.
Good food. I'm sorry, but what Justice is gonna do is she gonna change your name. She already renamed this channel.
Wait a minute, this fella was the Chunky Doll, right?
She named this channel Big Ass Gamma. She already renamed that, so she go do a name around here. That's what she go do.
Well, you know,
I want to say with this, like they're moving in retailers, right? The DEI with retailers. What if when they start coming into the communities, when you already moved into these communities, where you might live next door to someone that don't feel you supposed to be in there.
Right.
And guess
what?
We
move from on that?
Well, they feel that already.
They'll start very small and it'll go up to big. They'll try to.
But what happened? We got to remember what happened. Trump pulled
a section where they feel like minorities belong.
Yeah, but Trump pulled the sheet off of a lot of people, right? So y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So basically,
when they gentrify, this is what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're basically moving the minority in while they build around you.
Yeah,
and that's been happening for years. I've watched gentrification happen in my community. There are places that at one time wasn't safe to walk. You couldn't go in it, but you go there now. Shoot, she's everybody walking, you know. Right. So basically, we're here today. I think the best bet is to do you the best way you can do you. Don't hold nobody to your standards, because everybody got to go at where their pocket go. Don't dislike a person because they're going in Target, or a person that's not going in the Target, because everybody got to go based on where they're at with the situation. Because it's going to change again. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's going to change. People's feelings going to change. You may stay where you are, but this is fluid, very fluid. And it's going to change along the day. Right now, we're all in a situation where this man is making 100-day decisions within 100 days that got us in a flurry of what's happening. So we got to kind of take a deep breath and sit back for a second, really re-examine, because that's how we got here on knee-jerk reactions. We don't want a knee-jerk. We want to really think out the next move to how we as citizens of the United States, we as Black people, how are we going to, as even individuals, because we all everybody's going to have different ways they got to move in order to protect their own interests as well. Right? Because that's where we are. We got to be able to sit back and realize, yes, we want to move for the best, but I got to look at how I'm going to take care of my house too.
Right. Yeah.
We got to take care of our home base. first. If home ain't safe and home ain't comfortable, and we all in a shamble, and that's what this is designed to do, is to unsteady you. And have people going after each other. We don't need to be divided on this. We need to respect each other's decision. Whether you choose to shop in Target and somebody else choose not, don't get into that debate and make it something that we now fighting each other because somebody's shopping in Target. There's a bigger picture. We got to see the bigger picture, because if we start going to war because you buying at Amazon and I'm eating at Walmart, we're gonna miss the whole big picture.
That's the point. You're right, exactly. But I think it's benefits of people who possibly want to shop there and people who don't want to shop there. Like, I'm thinking the people who don't want to shop there, they cutting it off at the head. They saying, I ain't got to worry about Tabitha or nobody else, no one person, or even a couple of products that might be on the shelf. I'm going to just not shop there, period. And that's a bit, Target needs to see that. They need to feel that. I'm in agreement with the people who say that they're not. I'm just compassionate about Tabitha and the other small businesses, but I totally get the people who say, I'm not spending $1 there.
And I get that too. And the thing about it is, don't let it divide your household. Don't lose friends over this.
Yeah.
Don't lose a friend. Don't let your household get divided over something like this, because it can be designed to unravel and get people fighting among each other. And then we miss we miss exactly what was happening.
Right.
Because this can cause a breakup of people in their homes, in their community, and among us. Because we start fighting among each other. Because I'm gonna stop talking to her because she went to Walmart. I'm gonna stop talking to her because we can't afford to do that. We gotta afford to respect each other's decision.
You gotta respect everybody's decision, because people are going to be making decisions based on their household. It might be easy for somebody to say, I'm not going to go here, but what if that's the only thing somebody has in their community? And what if it could be reasons why it could be medical products that they have to get from Target.
And a lot of our people are, like you said, in the communities where they got to go where they can get to first.
Yeah.
What's in walking conditions. A lot of town transportation is not what I have people complain about transportation all the time.
Right.
Who wants to sit in the rain when they got a 5-minute walk to Target, and now they gotta find somebody to take them to Walmart.
Right.
And then some of these places are food deserts. Yeah. And the next, we got a lot of food, and then people ordering things from Amazon because sometimes these older folks can't get out.
Right. That's why it's good. You got to respect everybody's decision, because even if it's only for morals, you still got to respect everybody's decision. They can make a choice. Like, your choice does not have to be somebody else's choice. I don't care how you look at it, how it impacts everybody. You still have to respect everybody's decision. I just believe that's just the only way to go.
Yeah.
I think
you can shop at Target. I just won't shop at Target. Now, I won't tell you can't buy me. You can buy me something. I'm just not spending my money at Target.
But wait a minute. If they buy you a gift from Target, you won't take it?
Yeah, but I'm just not spending my money.
Maydell said, Gamma, I didn't mean
to honest
or offensive. I just couldn't hear. No, I have no problem.
If you want to go get me a Tabitha Brown product out of Target, you go in there. I'm not.
That is too funny.
At least good man. At least good.
Let me tell Maydell, no problem. Because if we get excited around here, we might keep talking. But sometimes when you're on a panel, like, somebody could be talking and you didn't hear them talking and you'll get started. So I understand what you're saying, but we can I am trying to make sure everybody is talking like separately. So they've been doing a pretty good job. So no, I wasn't offended, Maydell. Chris said, loving this conversation because this is where it starts. Absolutely. Yes. Chris said, right, good food. Look at Chris said she wants somebody to order something too. Lord, yes. Well, I appreciate everybody who came. Justice, thank you. Thanks, my sister.
All right, I'm down.
Okay. Thank you, Good Food, for coming up here. You had so many good points, and you had some information to give me too, because I watched the Tabitha Brown video. I gotta be honest. I ain't watched Jack else. I ain't watched no news. I ain't watched no CNN, no YouTube videos on it. All I did was see Tabitha Brown's and listen to my mother and my sister, because that's just where I get my information. Because my spirit can't be like locked up in a lot of this stuff. I just the way my brain works, I feel better hearing it from y'all, because then I can go back and forth and ask questions. I can't ask people on TV nothing. So it puts me in like a stifled kind of like in a box, like, because it's like, now you poured all this on me, I can't ask no question, I got to keep that in my spirit. But then when I'm on here and I can like ask y'all in the chat or on the panel and y'all can answer my questions, I could take the information in better. I don't have to feel like having no anxiety about what's going on and being fearful and all of that, because y'all give a better outlook on what's going on. You know what I mean? Let me see. Justice say y'all funny. Yes. Yep. So y'all, thanks for coming over. I appreciate y'all so much. If y'all can do it, have an extra device.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming, Good Food. I love when you come over here. And so I'm going to be running a Silent Live later. If y'all can help me out later, I probably won't put it on to about 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. If y'all can, y'all have been straight up. Good Food, I see your comment. You was the first one in there last night, I think. Y'all have been really contributing to those hours. They are creeping up there, y'all. I think I needed 600 when I started. I'm probably like at around 500 now. It's going fast, so we got to just keep on contributing any minutes or hours you have to spare. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let me see. We'll watch that confirmation hearing from today. If you want to laugh and cry at the same time, see, I'm the one to cry. Great panel, Chris. It was a great panel. I appreciate Justice, Good Food, and my sister for coming up on it, because y'all wouldn't be getting no information if it was from me. I be learning the stuff from y'all. So y'all can come up on this panel anytime if y'all going to take that, take the forefront and like let us know, share it. Like y'all got me wanting to really find out. So Chris sent me something just now, so I got to take a look at that. Hopefully it got something to do with who's with it and who ain't, so we can kind of like put out a list, come back and talk about the list, put the list on a community wall, do something about, like Chris said, it got to like start in little bitty tiny conversations like this with this little bitty number. You never know how it might impact somebody that impacts somebody that impacts somebody, because you know the ball rolls like that. It just rolls like that. Let me see. Celeste said, good conversation. Good Food said, thank y'all. Chat, I needed to vet. I have kids to protect. That's right, Good Food. You got to protect your kids. We all, if we got kids, we have to protect these kids. Let me see. We get it, Good Food. Celeste said. Chris said, yes, felt good to talk about it all. Yes, we got to bring it back to talk again, because ain't no telling what this y'all just did this at all this couple of hours. Ain't no telling what we gonna wake up to. Ain't no telling what this weekend might bring. Y'all, did we think all this a week or two ago? I don't know. Yes, felt good food to talk about it. Okay, Chris. Okay, y'all, thanks so much for coming in here, staying in here, sticking in here, participating in the conversation, coming up on the panel. Y'all just did all the things. Thank you so much. I did see a notification that Angel Mom is live, so I'm about to run over there, because I moderate over there, and see what she got going on. Y'all have a excellent night and a great day tomorrow. Thank you, T1000, and I will see y'all later, okay?